Dr. Pasion-Gonzales, and I'm your online instructor for Psych1, Introduction to Psychology. The CRN number for that is 20790. So I'm a clinical psychologist by education, training, and experience. So I've spent nearly all of my career doing some sort of clinical treatment, psychotherapy basically. I've worked mostly with individuals. I've worked in community health clinics here in Visalia. I've worked at the Lemoore Naval Air Base working with active military over there. And I currently work with the VA working with veterans. I have taught a few classes, but honestly, you're my first class here at COS, so go easy on me, okay? So I want to give you a brief introduction of what you can expect from the class. As you know, this is an online class, and so everything is going to be conducted through Canvas, so you have to be able to navigate that well. And Canvas will be available, it'll be open up and available for you to look at the night before class starts. So that will be Sunday, January 10th. Sunday, January 10th by 5 o'clock. That's when Canvas will be available for you to look at. Now this is important. You're going to need to buy the digital textbook by Ciccarelli and White, the 6th edition. And it's simply called Psychology by Ciccarelli and White. It's the 6th edition. And the link is available down below here in Canvas. And the link will take you directly to Pearson, to the Pearson Revel website. And you can buy the book there. It's actually cheaper if you buy the book there than you do at the COS bookstore. But wherever you get the book, you will need to register on the Pearson website to add your digital access code to your class account, okay, in Canvas. This is really crucial, because once you do that, you're automatically going to put into the right class, and all of your online quizzes will automatically be added or updated into Canvas. So this is really, really crucial. In fact, this is so important. If you don't have access to the book, digital access to the book after the first week, I'm going to drop you from the class, because there isn't going to be a way for you to keep up, to do the work without that. Okay? Okay, so in terms of some of the assignments that are going to impact your grade, there's really going to be 3 main areas that you're going to need to pay attention to for your grade. One is inside the Pearson Revel chapter, there are quizzes scattered throughout the chapter. You will need to take the quizzes in Revel, and they'll be updated into Canvas, and you will get scored on those. So we're not going to read every chapter from the book, but the chapters that we read each week, you'll have to take the quizzes to get credit for that. Okay, so those are the Revel quizzes throughout the chapter. In addition, in Canvas, not in Revel, but in Canvas, for every chapter we read each week, you're going to have a 25-question exam. So we're going to call those the Canvas exams. Those are going to be different from the little mini quizzes inside Revel. Okay, so you've got the Revel chapter quizzes. You have the Canvas chapter exam. So that's the second area, and the third area is going to be discussion boards. So each week there's going to be a discussion board that you will need to participate in to get points for that. And essentially, the discussion boards and the exams are basically going to hold the same amount of weight, okay, in terms of your grade. Let's see. So in relation to the discussion boards, they will be required each week, and they will often include a video to watch, but they will always be centered around how you can apply the material we are studying to your everyday life. So I'm sure you don't need to be reminded of this, but I'll just tell you in a way. When you're responding, especially to other people's discussion boards, other students, you will need to be civil. You will need to be respectful, and you will need to be thoughtful in your submissions. This is you are in an institution of higher learning, so we're not going to tolerate any nonsense or you guys putting each other down. Okay? All right. So, in terms of staying on top of the classwork throughout the semester, the place where you're going to want to continually go back to is look at the modules. Every chapter for the book is everything that you're going to have to do for a chapter is going to be included, summarized in the module. So there's the syllabus and there's other different places to find quizzes and discussion boards, but it's the modules that you're going to want to come back to every time. Okay. So in the module, for each chapter, there's also going to be a note-taking study guide. Now this is optional. So you're not going to turn this in and you won't get points for this, but it's the note-taking guide that is going to really help you focus in on what you need to be successful, to learn from that chapter, and to do well on the test. Okay, so it's optional, but if you don't want any guesswork in terms of what you need to focus on, that study guide will help you with that. So typically, we will study one chapter per week, although there's going to be a couple of chapters in there that we'll break up into 2 weeks because there's more material and we'll want to get more in depth. But any of the assignments, the discussion boards, the quizzes and things, the deadlines for most of the work will be the Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Okay? So again, just a reminder, the modules, everything you need to know is going to be in the modules. Go to the modules, refer to them. You can always reach me by email. My email is in the syllabus and on the website with any questions that you may have. I am a psychologist, man. I'm used to questions. I love questions, right? I love the opportunity to, to interact a bit and kind of flesh some things out. So please don't hesitate to do that. Now, just so you know, I have a life outside of teaching COS. Odds are, if you email me at 10:30 on a Sunday night before the deadline with a crucial question, I am not going to respond back to you till Monday morning. I sleep. I'm usually in bed by about 10 o'clock. So it's not that I don't want to answer your questions, but you need to make sure that you give me enough time to respond to your questions. Okay? Now, lastly, I just want to be sure that I'm clear about my philosophy with you. It's really, really, really simple. Odds are you're taking multiple classes and you have responsibilities outside of even your classwork. So I know you want to do well. I know you want to get good grades and you want to move on to meet your academic goals so that you can move forward in your life. Fantastic. That's what I want for you as well. But for me, my goals, I want you to master a couple of key skills, okay, in this class. Number one, I want you to get good at studying the right things, right? The information that really matters the most. There is way too much information to retain all of it. If you read every chapter and try to retain every information, every detail from every chapter, there's just too much, right? So I want you to be able to zero in on the material that is most important. So I'm going to try to help you do that as much as I can, okay? Number two, I want you to be able to hold on to and keep the material that you learned from this class. I consider it no advantage at all to you if you hold on to this information just for the 18 weeks to finish this semester and then poof, you forget about it once the class is over and you never give it a second thought. So listen, I am not interested in tricking you, tripping you up, or setting some impossibly high standards. I will simply do my best to be clear of my expectations for you. I want to give you the tools so that you can do well in my class, and I want to make this material as interesting and relevant as I can. Okay? Now your job is to put in the time consistently every week. Ask lots of questions and to commit to making the learning experience relevant to your life. My office hours will be Tuesday nights from 7 to 8 o'clock, and at least once or twice this semester, jump on just to say hi. If you have ask any questions, I just want to be able to get to know you guys a little bit better. Okay, so I'm excited. Let's have a great semester, and I look forward to seeing you soon.